Welcome to Side Hustle School Week 2. Guys, I hope you are taking the time to not only read your book, okay, 10 minutes a day, and then also do something in regards to your social media. So what are the things have you figured out your avatar? Have you showed up as your best self on your story? Have you made a 3-day trial sale? That is the intention with all of this. Our goal is for you to get to the highest discount in Herbalife, which is our 50%, and then for you to earn royalties. Now, if you're already there, it's for you to take your next level, which is built at 2,500 Volume Point Muscle. Excited to develop your side hustle to do this with you. Now, without further ado, I want to introduce by the name. My name is Elfina. If this is the first time you are on this call, welcome. I want to introduce to you our guest speaker for tonight, Leah Orozco. She's going to be going over the 3-day trial flow, guys. Such an easy way to bring people to the yard to play with you. She has mastered the 3-day trial flow on social media. She's killing it on social media. She's now on her way to building a 6-figure income, all just from the comfort of her home. I'm delighted and honored to bring our girl to the spotlight. Leah.
Yo quiero dinero. Look, I brought my own lighting right here, my girls. No, I'm really excited to be on this call with all of you. I did this presentation with a lot of excitement, and hopefully you can see what I'm seeing in the next slides that you're gonna be currently seeing right now. Okay, please, if you have any questions or any questions that you have throughout the presentation, please interrupt me and let me know. Okay, because I want you to be clear on the presentation, clear on what is the whole point of the 3-day trials. So I forgot to put in my picture of my before and after, but I lost 18 pounds in 1 month, and I was able to lose 11 inches from my waist, you guys. And before Herbalife, I used to work in the medical field for 10 years. I went to school for business administration. I was the type of person that I would try to do photography, designing, selling clothes, and doing all this businesses, right? And nothing was I never got as passionate as Herbalife. Probably because, here I was having fun and I was also making money. So I didn't saw it as work okay. So I'm going to be sharing my presentation. Also, I have been doing Herbalife, taking the nutrition for 5 years and doing the business for 4 years. Can you see me good, or it's just me that I'm seeing yeah? Okay, perfect. Because I'm seeing myself in slow motion. So, but
No,
if you
you're
can
good.
see me good, it's good. Okay. So let me open my presentation right here. Okay, so play from start. So let's get ready for your side hustle week 2, you guys. So this is a 21 3-day flow, okay? So this is something that I started to do back in February, okay? Back in February, I started to do this flow. I'm loving it. And since then, I was able, my checks were around $2,200. And then 3 months after, my checks triple because I started to make $6,000 a month based on this flow that I'm about to share with you guys. So please, like I said, feel free to ask away and make notes. So first of all, you keep hearing make a list of your current circle of influence, right? So you're gonna see why it's important to make that list, okay? So if you have not done it, please do so. Me, I did 101 names when I barely started, when I started this business, okay? And this is kind of like a flow that I'm currently using, which is probably you have seen it before. It's a 21-day challenge. The reason why I started to use this one is because it is easier to bring people to fall in love with the community, right? And then the next step, it's a 3-day trial. I always tell them like, hey girl, like you're in the challenge already, but let me tell you, you can start this 3-day trial that it's gonna give you like amazing results. So I wanna give a shout out. I really love this flyer. I saw it from one of our new supervisors, and it's Leslie and her girl. And I was like, damn, I really like it. They're really good on social media. So I'm like, let me take a screenshot and put it in the presentation. So I want to give credit to them for the flyer. And so I always say, try to get them starting on the 3-day trial. And I tell them, girl, it's only $25. If you start the 21 day with the $25, I'm going to give you $5 off. So I'm going to give you a promotion. You know, so I give them both for $41. So after that, my next step is to transfer them into VIP and to, you know, into a distributor. So this is my invitations that I do on a daily basis, 5 days out of the week, you guys, okay? So I send 25 messages, 5 days a week, and it will take you approximately 30 minutes to send these messages, okay? If you do this, you will have 250 messages every 10 days. If you do the math, you can get like around 12 to 20 new challengers, okay? So what I'm saying, like when I do send the messages, because sometimes they're like, okay, Leah, but how do you send a message, right? So before I used to be like, I would think a lot, like, should I send it? Should I not? Should I do it or should I not? So now that what I do, I really time myself so I don't get distracted to do other things, because I will be like checking my agenda, be at the best work, and then trying to send messages, and then I wouldn't like send my messages, right? So I time myself so I can do straight just messages, and I use Facebook and I use Instagram. But like to send like a cold message, like just send it out of nowhere, I do that more on my Facebook page, because on Facebook, the messenger will let you know who is active in that moment. So when I see the green light, I'm like, okay, it's green light. They're in the phone, so they're going to see the message. So I'll just be like, I'll send the same message to everyone. It's just that first, like, hey girl, hey chiquitita, hey friend. That's the only thing that I change, okay? But the rest of the message is the same message, okay? And I just stop thinking about it, like, should I send it or should I not send the message, okay? So this is something super simple that I send. Hello, happy Monday, ready for your challenge? I want to let you know that I'm starting a 3-day, blah, blah, blah. I tell them what does it include, and then I told them the results. Obviously, I had a girl that just started, and she was so excited because she lost 7 pounds, and she's in her 2nd day. So, but I always tell them 1 or 3 pounds only, because I want to kind of be safe and have them extra excited if they lose more than the 3 pounds, okay? So this is how I just send the message without thinking if they will say yes or no, okay? And then once they start on the 3-day trial and they say, oh, okay, yes, I want to, then I send the request right away, girl. Like if I'm in the message, I send the request of the 25 bucks. If it's on Messenger, on Instagram, I'll be like, can I have your phone number so I can send you more information? So I'm grabbing their data. So I send them in the text, hey girl, this is Leah. And then I send them like the request through Venmo. Okay, so I don't wait until they send the money or anything. And sometimes I do remember that I used to be like embarrassed, like, oh my gosh, she's ignoring me. But let me tell you, when it clicked to me, I really wanted these eyelashes, right? Like I really wanted them, but I was not buying them, not because I didn't have the money or I didn't want to, was because I was so busy that I didn't have the chance to send the $20 for the lashes. So this girl will send me like, hey girl, do you want the lashes? And I was like, yeah, I want to, but she will never send me the request. And I'm like, I told her, girl, if you send me the request, it will be easier for me just to pay. And that's when I was like, damn, I answered my own question. Like, if I'm just sending the request, they're just gonna pay, right? So that's something that I just started to do. I send a message, and then right after that, like if they don't respond back, I'll just be like, hey girl, so are you ready? I'm gonna send you the request right now, okay? So that's how I do it, okay? And this is another example. You know, if you, you know, at the beginning when all this pandemic happened, Everyone was freaking out. This was when I was getting the most 3-day trials out. And I started to do like a bundle, which was $35. And I would send the best defense plus a 3-day trial. Okay. So that's how I was getting the new clients. And here's the example, the message. Then she said, yes, I'm interested. And right away, I'm like, okay, after you send me the money, this is the information that I need. Okay. And she downloaded Telegram right away. And then, as you can see, probably you are doing this. I started to tag them, and I always make sure that I tag the city, right? So that way you can be like exposing yourself to other people, exposing yourself with their circle of influence, because maybe they're shy at the moment and maybe they're not gonna be like tagging you yet. So you're tagging them, you know? So that's something that I do. So let me go back. Here, as you see, I said download Telegram. Let me tell you, girls, before I used to have a private chat for 3 days, okay? But then I noticed that me personally, it was too much work just to have another chat. That's one. And then two, I was like, what's gonna be the perk, or what's gonna be the bonus if they become a VIP member? So that's why I stopped doing the chats for the 3-day challengers, and I stopped giving them the full meal plan, because before I will add them to the chat and then I will give them like the full meal plan on how to do and what to eat and everything really detailed. So now what I do is just like, I'll be like, okay, Diana, take a picture, girl, of the scale. And today's Sunday, okay? So take the picture of your scale, send it to me, and let's get started. And then I send them a quick like meal plan, which is breakfast, your shake, break, for snack, and that's it. I don't put what to have as a snack. I just like healthy snack. That's it. And then lunch, have a healthy lunch, protein, veggies, and that's it, you know? And then again, snack, and then dinner, your shake. And then I'll be like, you need your total control in the morning and then for lunch. That's it. I don't give a lot of, a lot of information or a lot of value to them yet. Because if they just follow that meal plan, they're gonna still get results. And also, I don't want them to take everything what they used to do on a daily basis, because they're gonna be like, oh, hold on, you're putting me 2 shakes and then onto a strict diet right away. So that's how I'm doing it. So that way, once they're like really into it with amazing results, that's when I invite them. And this is like the benefits. Oh, right here. So after that, that's when I tell them like, hey girl, you know what? Like now the next step is for you to become a VIP member. And I send them step by steps, like everything in detail, like the website, what do you need to fill out, and then how much you're gonna pay. So I send everything so they can sign up right away as a VIP member. And then I tell them, once you register, let me know so I can send you the list of what you're gonna order. So then I will tell them shake, protein, and total control. Okay, that's what it was on your 3-day trial. If you want extra fat burners, you can have blah, blah, blah. If you have digestion issues, you can have blah, blah, blah. So then I put them in extra supplements that they can purchase. And since they're on the website, I always tell them, just type in on your website and you're gonna be able to see all the details. So what happened, most of the time they order more than just those 3 things that I told her, the shake, protein, and total control. They order more than that. Okay, so that's what I have been doing, like 3-day trial, and then right away I just offer them the VIP, because since they're new, they're not they don't know about retail. They don't know like if I can sell it or not. I kind of make it like, if you want it, you need to sign up, right? So when I have the new girl, I always ask, have you tried Herbalife before? If they say, no, never, I'm like, okay, perfect, girl. I have the 3-day trial for $25. You get on it. You're going to try it. You're going to see if you and me have a good energy and we can work together. Plus, you're going to be able to see the amazing results that you can have in only 3 days. If they say, yes, I have tried it, I tell them, how committed are you? Do you think you're going to do it more than 1 month? And then I let them say whatever they have to say. If they say, yes, I'm ready to commit more than 1 month, then I'll talk to her about the VIP membership. If they don't tell them that they're like really ready, if they're like, oh, well, I really want to try it first, and I'll be like, okay, so let's get you on the program. And that's all that I tell them. So I kind of try to listen first what they want, because before I will be like, girl, sign up and order this, and that, and I'm like, okay, no, like, no. At least that's how I feel. So I give them like that option. Okay. And then why the reason I got so into it is because my numbers and my business grew, like I said, like from February. In February, I was doing like around 3,800 volume points, girls. So if you're in this call, probably you are familiar already, right? Like the 2,500, that's an active supervisor. And that's where you want to be, right? 2,500 volume points. And once you become a supervisor. So I was barely, and as a TAP team member, you need to be doing around 3,500 volume points. So I was barely doing 3,800 volume points. And I was working. I was like thinking like I'm working like crazy. But one, I was not tracking my numbers. And two, I was not timing myself. So I was feeling that I was working a lot. And I wasn't working a lot. I was just like in my phone, but not a productive time on my phone. And then two, I was not tracking what I was doing. What I mean by tracking is how many messages am I sending a day? If my goal has been 25, but I will count at night, like how many did I send? So once I started to do that, I was like, oh, no wonder this week I didn't sold not even like 1 3-day trial, because I only sent 7, 3, 5, and 15 messages throughout the week. That's not gonna take you nowhere. Like what I tell the girls when we're doing power hour, I'm like, girl, you need to follow people 10 minutes a day, 2 times a day, if you want to increase the followers organically, right? Why? Because since we're not able to go out yet, it's like every follower that you get is like one flyer that you're giving. And you know that by giving 1,000 flyers, you might be getting one client. So it's the same on social media. That's how I have been seeing it. Like for every 1,000 that I have on my Instagram, that's going to be one client. Okay. So that's something that I noticed. And then also that I didn't have a structure. I didn't have a flow to follow. Like I was trying to do 3 days, 7 days, 14 days, 21, 12 weeks. And it was like, what the hell, like I didn't have like a full structure, a flow and a schedule and a tracking. So all that has started to change in February when I started to implement my 3-day trial. So now this is the excited part. I'm going to be showing you numbers. So if you're good at numbers, this is going to excite you. And if you're not really good at numbers, please ask, because I was not good at numbers, but I did notice that when I got really excited about them, that's when I understood the business better and I was able to grow my business, okay? So from barely doing 3,500 volume points, girls, I started to do over 10,000 volume points. That was a high increment of volume point, and I have never been a high volume producer. I have been doing 10K for the last 4 months, consecutive months. So it's not something that it just happened like lucky, like, oh my gosh, it happened one time. It has been consistency, and that's why you want a consistency business, okay? So let me show you the numbers. And before I do that, do you have any questions like about the 3-day trial? Probably are things that you have heard about it before. But what I can say is that I just stopped being scared of sending in the messages, because the worst thing that it can happen is for them to just ignore me, which is okay. And the best thing that can happen is that I get a new client, right? So that's the only thing. And the other thing is tracking. Don't forget, be really intentional with your trackings, okay? I want to share with you guys, we have I created this chat with other girls that we just do a tracking. So I want to show you what is tracking. Maybe you're more visual like me, okay? So we called it a goals daily tracking, okay? In Telegram, what it is, we track daily what are your goals And then how many do you have in that day? And then organization, what is your goal and how many do you have in that moment? What are your direct messages goals and how many did you send a day, right? Monthly goals, it's 10 and I have done 3. Preferred members, my goal is 7, I have 2, and distributor goal is to have 2 and only 1. Now, once you're a supervisor, I totally recommend you to start checking your monthly goals. First line, new supervisors, which is Diana right here. Yay, Diana, new supervisor. So she made my 2, switch it to 1. And then first line, active supervisor. My goal is to have 7 and I have 1 right now, right? So that's the tracking that I'm talking about. And I started to do this with some other leaders and I was scared, but I was thinking that I was being like the cool girl. And then once I got into with the big sharks, I was like, oh, hold on, like I'm not like the cool girl, like I have to step it up. And that's when I started my tracking. And that's why I really got into the tracking. I know we're not talking to tracking about tracking is not the call, but I just got so passionate and I really want you like to get someone that you feel comfortable, but they're kind of like where you really want to jump into, because they're going to be able like to show you your supervisor get to an active world team that she's in action. Okay, that not just that she's an active world team, like, but someone that is in action, because you want to see and you want to see their numbers so you can see if you're like around, like, you know, closer to hit your goal. If you're a distributor, check who's the new supervisor and be like, girl, did you did it in 1 month or 2 months? Because you want to get with the supervisor that did it in 1 or 2 months, right? Because they're in action. Okay, so going back to the numbers and trackings, you guys, let me show you the presentation. So BIP, preferred member, convert into a side hustle, okay? So this is when the duplication started. This is just numbers, what you're gonna see. So this is something that I have been sending to the new distributors, like a projection sheet that I shared with you guys before that we saw on our Monday call. And this is what they're seeing, like this is the goal, to get like 12 new clients from a 3-day trial, which is gonna give you 121 volume points. Tell me who cannot sell 12 3-day trials in a month? Like we can do it if we really, Diana sold the 15 3-day trials. I was like, damn, she break record, because me, the max has been 12. 5 more. She said 5 more. She just became a new supervisor, new distributor, and she's on fire. So she did 20. So 12 can be an average. So I did 4 a week. I'm like, okay, can I do 4 a week? Okay, so just put in your mind, just focus a week, 4 3-day trials. That's it. Because based on the math, if 12 of them get started, guess what? At least 4 will tell you, you know what, Crystal and Veronica, well, you know what, I saw Veronica and Crystal here, that's why. You know what, I'm ready to get started on this full program and become a VIP. Perfect. At least 4 will become your VIP members. And what's gonna happen? They're gonna order approximately, it can be like from 150 to 350, okay? So average can be 2,000 volume points. So if you get 4, you're gonna get 800 volume points. But what's gonna happen? We have the referral program. I don't know if you have heard about the referral program or not, but that's something that I do. If Samantha became a preferred member, I'm gonna be like, hey, Samantha, next Monday, guess what? We're launching the same 3 days jumpstart that you started. So if you bring me 3 friends, I'll give you a free box of Lift Up. And Samantha's gonna be like, yes, girl. And she's gonna bring 3 friends or more. So to tell you the truth, most of the girls will bring me 1 or at least 3. I have never got 5, but on my referral says, bring me 5, you get a Formula 1, bring me 10, and you'll get any product that you want. So the most that they have bring, it's 3. So what can I do once they get those 3 new girls getting started in the 3-day trial? That's when I tell them, you know what, you can become their coach, and I'm still gonna be your coach and their coach, so you can become a distributor, but you're gonna get into that in another call. But that's how the referral program works. And that's why in 1 month, you can get 1 new distributor, okay? If that new distributor follows the same flow that you started, they can be closing that month with 1,000 volume points. So what's gonna give you? At least in this month, 1921. Diana closed, so right now, like 15, she's almost with 2,000 volume points in one month. And this is kind of the flow that she's doing. 3-day trial, she has preferred members, and she's working on her new distributor. So she can even close with 3,000 volume points in her first month as supervisor, okay? Do you have any questions so far? Because I know the numbers and I know what I'm talking about, but I just want to make sure that I'm not losing you and that you girls can follow like the flow that I'm showing you of the numbers. Are we good? Yeah? Okay, awesome. So this is what can happen on your second month. Okay, so the second month, you're going to be doing the same thing. 12 new 3-day trials for every week. Okay, you're going to have your 4 current preferred members from the first month, plus 4 new ones, plus your current distributor, plus 1 new distributor. And this is what can be happening. 3,700 volume points, 1 supervisor. So you're already duplicating. But the best part is in the third month, you're going to be starting to be in the 5K cool group of high hitters impacting the community and your business. And in organization, you're going to start building already 2,500 volume points. So I don't know if you understand, like maybe the volume points in the organization, but your volume points, it's your personal volume points, which is gonna take you to qualify for the VIPs, for example, the ones that are coming. It's gonna qualify you for the team promotions. It's gonna qualify you for the vacations. So all that, you can have it by working on your personal volume points with duplication, because you can be probably like a good retail person and sell a lot, but you're not gonna be able to duplicate or grow in your business. And you wanna build the check, right? I started to get really passionate about the numbers because I wanted to grow my check. I was making maybe like $4,000 or $5,000, but with retails and checks. But now the difference is that I'm making 6,000 just on checks without counting like the retails, you know? So plus if you do this is a 3-month, which is a 90-day. So imagine in 90 days what you're impacting your business. So in the next 90 days, where can you be? So in a 2 plan of 90 days, like you can be hitting active world team. And if you're currently active world team, you can even be hitting like get team. It's just about like having like a good tracker, a good structure, and whatever you're doing, and if it's working and if you are growing and duplicating, keep doing what you're doing. But if you're not feeling that maybe you're duplicating, I want to, invite you to try to do this flow that I'm doing. And before we end, I did this little slide that I wanted to challenge you girls. It says your first 72 hours, a challenge. Let's get 10 people on your 3-day challenge, have them fall in love with the nutrition and just provide the best customer service, because it's just about, we know the product works, and any structure that you use, it's gonna work because it's the same product and it's the same marketing plan. The only difference is like how focused, I will say my tip will be like, how focused are you tracking? And if you have a structure, because that's something that I started to make a switch from February, and the numbers started to reflect right away. So I don't know if you have a question, you guys. I know I got so passionate about it, and I talk super fast. So I don't know if maybe I lost you, or if any of you have any questions.
Leah, I'm going to ask a question for you based on the chat, and also just how just because of the girls. Everything was great, by the way. I'm not surprised, and I know everybody's like wheels are turning. Can you talk a little bit about more your activity on your story, on your feed, to bring awareness to the 3-day trial or excitement
Yeah.
What's that look like for you?
So actually I did have my Instagram up so you could see it in person, what I just did. So basically I just you can just see it, but I just put results and I try to be just me. And okay, it's taking a long time. I'll just say like if it's me right now in the Instagram. So I'll be here, and first every day I'll do my TNL, right? Which I think that's what you girls do. So before I will promote a lot of things like the shrinker, the detox, the this and that, and this shake. So now since I really just like to promote 3-day trials, I'll put results first because I want to show them what it's possible. That's what I show them first. And then obviously I talk because I want people to see who I am and they can connect with me. So I'll be like, oh my God, you just saw those amazing results. Obviously, that doesn't take from one day to another. That's consistency. But guess what? I have a 3-day jumpstart that it's super easy for you to start, and it's only $25. And that's it. And then I put the poem with the flyer, like yes, or give me more info, or sometimes I put I can start Monday, I can start Wednesday, because I always start my trials on Mondays and Wednesdays. Those are the days, because it will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday they give me the results, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday they give me the results. So because on the weekend maybe they'll cheat. So I know that Mondays and Wednesday will be like the perfect day. So that's how I basically just do it. you know i I think it just started to become like really natural because I know that I need to be intentional on my social media. So something since on the power hour, and if you girls are not logging in, you girls should do, because I think we're all doing kind of the same structure. But like, I always tell the girls, okay, we're doing 10 minutes of just posting on social media in the morning, results, what can be possible, and then talk a little bit so they can see, relate with you, or an experience about that client if you know them, and then show them where, because a lot of times you can post, but you don't tell them where, and then they go and they buy it from your cousin or from the vecina, or I don't know, because they didn't know that you were selling it, because you are not saying you can get it with me, right? So I always tell them, I always see sometimes the stories of the girls, and I'm like, don't forget the poll, don't forget the poll, because I'm like watching, like I'm trying to see. So basically that's what I do, and I try to do it like not like boom 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 all Herbalife either. Okay, I just do it like either in the morning, and then throughout the day I show them what I do, like my family life, and then I'll post again about the 3-day. And then another tip that I can say, you should see when is your people more of the time on, because I noticed that now when I post like around 10 and 11. Oh, he's sorry, girl. He's TikTok. Me dejó aquí mi hijo. Okay, sorry. So I post the stories, transformations, what can be possible, and then where can they get it, which is with me. Okay, so don't forget that they can get it with you. I don't know if I answered the question, Delphi.
Can you clarify, Leah, I guess for me, more than anything, so Monday, Wednesday is when you talk about the 3-day trial?
Oh, no, those are the days that I start the trials. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the
but
days
you talk about it through your story all day, every day?
I try to do it. Look, I try to do it every day, but I know that if I do it on Thursday, if they order, they're gonna be getting it like on Friday, Saturday, so they might be able to start it on Monday.
So then you tell them. Okay, so if they order like end of the week, so we're gonna start with you on Monday. Even if they get it Sunday, it's like don't start till Monday.
I give them the option.
Or Wednesday, like those are the 2 days. Hold up, if they already have it, wait, we're gonna start Monday or Wednesday.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Because sometimes they get it on Tuesday or whatever, but I tell them, are you sure you want to get, I always try to give them the option, but because also I have it like on my schedule, like those are my days that I have to follow up, like day 1, day 2, day 3, on Mondays and Wednesdays. So that's how I do it.
What is your tracking process as far as tracking the clients are in the 3-day flow, like tracking system?
Like what do I send them or what?
Like their names, like how do you keep for your own good? Like their
Okay.
names, like how many pounds they started with.
To be honest, I just go on the results. I just go based on the pictures. That's it. Like the before and after picture. I said, stop it. I say it's my son, but he's making a dog bark. So this is what I use. It's called 12 column. So for me, I'm old school. I'm more like a right person. So here I write like my clients of the 3-day trial. So every month, for example, put 1 to 10 or 11, and I'll put all the 3-day trials that I sold that month, and then I'll highlight the ones that became preferred members for this month. And then again, I start again, and then I highlight the ones that became preferred members on the month. So that's how I do my tracking, and that's how I get my numbers to see if I'm on the right track.
Super. Lori has a question for you. She says, how do you get more followers on social media?
Okay, so something that I do, I started to time myself 10 minutes a day, 2 times a day. So usually I will do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, and I really made it like a must. Like I'm not gonna go to bed if I didn't do my 10 minutes follows 2 times a day. And why only 10 minutes first? Because then Instagram will block you if you do it more than that. Because they'll be like, oh, she's just spamming. So that's why I only time myself only 10 minutes so you don't get blocked. And then who do I follow? So usually I always go, let's say I'm gonna go with Diana, right? Because she's my client. I don't go with my distributors, I go with my clients. So in this case, let's say I'm gonna go with Diana because she's my client, and now I'll go into her Instagram, and then I'll go to one of her pictures that I like personally, and then I'm gonna go and see who liked the same picture that I like, because I know we have something in common because we like the same picture, right? Once I see everyone there, I always try to see that they must have a picture on the profile on the profile, and then that it's a girl, and then it has kids or family. That's something. Another thing, to be honest, like since my first language is more Spanish, I know I can relate more with Spanish. So I always try to see like Marias and names like that, because I know that I can relate to them. So that's the things that I always look, like the names, the picture, and that type of circle of influence. So for example, I really want to move to Temecula like that. I want that area to be my home in the future. I started to follow people in that area because I'm thinking I need to start building a business so I can go and move over there in that area and open a business in that area. So I would recommend you to start like dreaming, like where would you really like to move if you could? Where would that place be? And since this is an international business, like start doing the follow. So did I explain myself, Lori? Like how can you follow? Yeah? Okay.
Okay, so we're running out of time, guys. Anything else? A couple of more questions. I mean, I'm asking the questions for you, assuming this is what you want to know. But literally, you have like 3 minutes if you want to ask away.
Yeah. So Christine, the 25 messages you sent is to invite to the 3-day challenge? Yes, I invite them to the 3-day challenge. Yes, yes, yes. Even if, for example, today I posted the combo of a program, right? And still girls ask me, how much is it? So then I reply back with, is it your first time trying it or have you tried it before? So she said, I have tried before. So I told her, okay, why not get your VIP membership? But if she would say, no, I have never tried it, I'll be like, you need to get started on your 3-day trial first.
Okay, I have another question too. So do you build a relationship first with them? Or let's say if you just got that follower and then like the next day you send her the message and you count it as your 25 invitations?
No, like my 25 invitations, that's because I really send like a direct message towards the invite. And how do I build a relationship? Also on my to-do list daily, I time myself for 15 minutes, and then I'll grab my phone, and then I'll go into the stories, and I will really send a message in that story. For example, I'll be like, probably you have heard this before, like, oh my God, Christine, I like your shirt. It's super cute where you got it. Or where's that place that you're traveling? And that's how I start building the relationship. So first, that's what I do. I time myself 10 minutes. I start following people. Then I'll time myself another 15 minutes to put content, right? Before and after, and then poll. And then after that, I will time myself another 10 minutes to comment on the stories. And then I'll time myself to send the messages. So it's not gonna be a person that I have never talked to them before. It will be probably like, I told them, how cute is your shirt? And then I'll throw it like a week later, like, hey girl, what's up? Guess what? I'm starting a 3-day trial. Because we at least talk about something before. Hopefully I answered that question, Christine. Yeah.
Leah, I have a question.
Yes.
So for the 3-day trials, so you don't actually purchase, you know how you can get the 10,
Yeah.
you know how it comes out cheaper. So you just buy one, right? Directly, one at a time. And then you wait till it gets to their home, because it takes like 4 business days or 5 to get to their,
Yeah.
like, how do you do that process? How do you keep them motivated?
So, mira, for example, before what I used to do, like they'll order and they're motivated, they're excited, you know, to wait for them. I'll just be like, hey girl, how you doing? You know, good. Just let me know when you get the package. So I try to do that like 2 days after. So she ordered today, 2 days after, I'll send her a message like, hey girl, how are you? Have you got your package? So at least I start a conversation, even though I know she has not received it yet. And then she'll tell me, no, girl, not yet. I'll be like, okay, just send me a picture. Let me know when you get your package. Okay. And if I have the package and I send it out, something that I have been doing, and if you girls want, I just went to the 99-cent store and I got like the little packages, this one that it says, thank you. And I just wrote a letter like, thank you so much for, you know, like a little message, because I think we're not used to getting cards no more. And one of my mentors gave me a card, and for me it was really special to get a card, because I was like, damn, nowadays people don't take the time to send a card to you. So for me, that kind of like, I was like, oh, it made me feel special. So that's something that I started to do. So I started to do the card and put it in the 3-day trial and send it out.
Leah, I know we're running out of time, sorry. I just, you mentioned that I think most of us with the 3-day trial flow have a basic guide with the, when we send them the message, and then we send them the the flow, the 3 days. And then, so you said I have saved a meal plan for the 3 days. So I just was wondering if you could share, you said the ones that you don't give them that much information, where it's not that much, you don't.
Yeah, I'll put the message in the chat, but
Okay.
to be honest, girl, it's just like breakfast, shake on the go, and then snack, lunch, a full healthy plate, and then snack, and then dinner, your shake on the go. Because I don't want them to, like I said, I don't want them to be like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, I need to change everything, because they're gonna start 2 shakes a day, something that before they were not used to.
Right.
So I don't want to change like drastically everything, like now eat this way and have 2 shakes. So at least on the 3 days, they're getting that hang of like, I'm liking how I'm feeling. And plus, me as a coach, imagine how we're gonna look cooler, like, ¿cómo se dice? Like más fregonas, like, you know, like more cool, sending like an extra perk of sending you a full meal plan once you become a VIP member, or once you started your full program. Because I started to notice that on the 3-day trial, I was like giving a chat, giving the full, giving all this and that, and then boom, they were not here, or maybe they bought it somewhere else. And I'm like, no, pues I'm giving you all my time. But once I know that they're like committed, you know, with themselves and with me, now I'm giving them also the extra. Yeah.
Awesome. There is, 2 more questions real quick. One, Anita says, I have been selling the trial packs. Everyone is happy, but no one will do the progress pictures? Any advice?
Me personally, I only tell them take a picture, your full body, just for you. If you don't feel comfortable, don't send it to me. It's okay, and that's it. But just send the picture of the scale. Of the scale, that one is the one that I told them. Send him the scale. Send me the picture of your scale the night before that you're gonna start. The third day, how are you doing? She's feeling amazing. Okay, girl, don't forget tomorrow, Thursday, on your fourth day, to send me the picture in the morning. Right when you wake up, send me the picture in the morning. So then I can compare and I'll be like, oh my God, you lost 7 pounds in only 3 days, girl. Are you ready and committed to starting your full program? Oh my God, yes, I'm fired up. So then I'm like, okay, boom. I send them the step by step. This is how you can continue on your journey. So yeah, hopefully that answer, Anita. Me on the full body, I don't ask for the full body.
Yeah, that answered my question. Thank you.
Okay.
I have told them that they didn't have to send it, but just take it for themselves, and they won't even do that. So that's why I've been getting like kind of frustrated because I can't share any results,
Yeah, you know what? We have this, you can grab results from other people, and that's what I tell them. Like, well, like for the coaches, I'm like, hey girl, like just use this that we have until you get someone that will actually do it, So yeah, anything, even like if you follow like some of us, I will screenshot like some of the results and I'm like, oh, that's a great result, or that's a great testimony. I mean, that's how I think this is the amazing of this business, that it's just learn about each other and grab everything that will help you and you just use it. Like sometimes people will ask me, can I use it? I'm like, girl, don't ask, just grab everything, because probably something that you're seeing, probably I just got the idea and I created it my way. So, just use others people results.
Yeah, question. So, when you send a message and say I send a message to Instagram and it does, someone just likes it. They don't comment, they don't say anything. And some people you can see that they read it because it's seen and they don't say anything.
Yeah.
So how do you go about those?
To be honest, I still be like, hey, Diana, so what's up? Are you ready? I'll send you the request. I will not hold myself not to ask for the request. If they still ignore me, then I just leave it alone. I don't tell them anything until like 2-3 weeks after. Hey girl, I was thinking about you, so you're ready. To be honest, I haven't got into that point that I have told them more than 3 times. And I think it's because since I still add a lot of people every day, 10 minutes a day, I still get more new people that I send messages to. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Leah. In addition to that, guys, this is why when you do the 10 minutes a day consistently, twice a day, right, Leah? This is key, guys. And then you develop a relationship. So if it's not that like or that heart, and they ignored your message, share them the love on their story. Like, oh my gosh, what cute shoes. Oh my God, like I'm right here. Nothing out of what the message you sent, but and then like Leah says, and when you're ready to check back in with her, now hit her up again. But you've been like top of mind, like sharing, like showing her love throughout the whole week. So that's so perfect. I hope you guys found this valuable. I know I did. I always get great tips from all of us coaches. And I'll finish with this. Leah said it very well. This is a copy and paste business, girls. So feel free to just grab on, each other's stuff. Like that's why we're doing this. So in the meantime, that you build your own portfolio, we can use each other's. Lastly, who's up for that accountability tracking? Who's up? Give me a 5-5 if you're down to the tracking. Like how Leah did it every day, guys, holding each other accountable. Like, okay, my goal is 10-day trials, 10 3-day trials the rest of the month, and then counting. Today I got 1 out of today, so we'll do a tracking system on like what to hold yourself accountable. And every day, even if it doesn't change, right, Leah? Even if it doesn't change, you still post it because you're honoring your word to staying accountable.
Yes, and I want to say something to that, add something to that. When I started on the tracking, I will even watch sometimes, not sometimes, like almost every night, because I always I'm always kind of the last one to post at 12:30 midnight. I'll be like, oh my God, Julie, oh my God, she's almost like sold 5 3-day trials. And that will fire me up because I will see that maybe I'm behind, and that will push me to get out of my comfort zone. And the next day hustle to get, you know, to try to reach to her also. And then also, if you see that the number is not moving, you're going to get frustrated. So get frustrated and then let's keep moving, and get frustrated and keep moving. So something I always try to, you know, move my numbers like every day. Because yeah, and even though you have zeros, like don't worry, like just ask and let's keep doing.
And again, it's a friendly competition, and I'm already loving the vibe that's going on the chat. You guys, you know, just empowering each other. So that's the whole idea with that accountability tracking. So I'll get with Leah so she can be your tracking coach and hold you accountable. So thank you guys so much. I'm excited for your growth. I mean, there's supervisors popping left and right already. We had Liz, we have Diana today, who qualified brand new supervisor. Okay, so 1 minute. I know we really tried to make it super intentional just to be a 45-minute call. But Diana, brand new supervisor, give us one tip to that new distributor that wants to be where you're at right now. What would that tip be for you, for them?
Don't let fear control you. Just do it. You know, just go out there and, you know, fear is your enemy. That's what I gotta say. Just fight it and just go for it.
I love that. That's totally like a Kobe mic drop. I love it. Amazing, Diana. We're so proud of you. We're excited to continue seeing your growth, and the rest of you, of course. Have a blessed night, guys. If you have 10 minutes right now, you can either we have half an hour. We're going to be logging into Power Hour. But if you only have 10 minutes and you need to get back to your family, get that following going, okay? Remember, 10 minutes twice a day, all right? So let's go. Good night. We will see you guys on the chat. Let us know how you feel about it, this call. Let us know your feedback, what you learned, your takeaways on the chat right now as soon as you get off. Bye, everyone. Open up your mic. Let's hear ya.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.